YouTube, we are back. And last upload, as you recall, there was a little issue with my leaf casting technique where I was trying to cut corners and trying to make the process go faster. So right here is the same page that was featured in the last upload, and I recasted it with time lapse, and I put the actual sheet between two pieces of Ramay and I blotted it out. And what I did was I removed it and I put it between my plexiglass pieces, and this is the result. So right now we have a plexiglass sheet on the top and we have a plexiglass sheet on the bottom. But what I did was I sandwiched it with paper towels, just like this, to make it where I absorbed the water. So basically I went back to my old way of doing it, and this has been probably a good 24 hours between the plexiglass, and I changed the paper towels probably about 5 or 6 times. So the question is, will I be able to free it? And let's take a look. And I want to try something a little different. In freeing it, I want to just flex the plexiglass to try to break the paper from it, and let's see if it works. And this is completely dry, guys. So let's lift it and let's see if it works. And bam, 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 it works. So my failure that was displayed last time is no longer a failure. I worked out the process and I was able to fix the issue that I created by putting the leaf casted page directly onto the plexiglass. That's a no-no in the future. What we need to do is rather just let it blot between the remays, let me take some of the moisture out, remove the Ramay paper on top or on the sheet, that the side that I leaf casted, and then put it between the plexiglass when it's still wet, but not completely wet. It's the magic time. I want to say it like I'm a big surf cast fisherman and regular fisherman, and there's a magic time to catch fish, in my opinion. And the magic time to catch fish is when the sunset corresponds with the high tide. That's when the fish become very active. So when I do this leaf casting, in order to use my plexiglass method, I have to dry it a little bit before I put the wet page against the plexiglass. So I have to say that my failure is a positive, because I actually learned a little bit about the process, and now I know what to do and what not to do in relation to the plexiglass and the leaf casting. So this page came out dynamite. It is a little dirty in areas right here and here, and where the pulp actually attached. I'll clean that up with an eraser. If you recall, a rip occurred right here when I removed it from the failure of the time I put it against the plexiglass. I fixed the rip right here with a piece of Tengojo paper and methyl cellulose. You can barely even realize that there was a rip here. If I didn't point it out, it would be very hard to find out that there was. So I'm going to cut the top, the bottom, leave the sides, and I'm going to use the same process to do the remainder of the wraps. It is a little damp still. I do feel moisture in it. So what I want to do is I want to keep it overnight again, and I want to keep it under the pressure of the glass, and we're going to try to keep it straight. So thank you guys. This is a short upload. I know I've been doing long uploads, so this is a nice break, and it actually turned out well, and we're moving forward. And my mistake was a good mistake, because now I learned a few other little issues that I have to do differently. So thank you, and stay tuned.